Welcome to the Daily Dad Podcast, where we provide one lesson every day to help you with your most important job, being a dad. These are lessons inspired by ancient philosophy, by practical wisdom, and insights from dads all over the world. Thank you for listening, and we hope this helps. This is all an invention. This didn't used to exist, you know. Kids had it way harder before, not just 100+ years ago when they were valued most for their labor on the farm, but back further. Kids got married when they were still kids. They were exposed to the horrors of the world when they were still kids. They were forced to fight and fend for themselves while they were still kids. Neil Postman points out in The Disappearance of Childhood that even this idea of childhood is a social construct. Genetic expression makes no distinction between who is a child and who isn't. Children, as we understand them, have only existed for less than 400 years. The idea of childhood is one of the great inventions of the Renaissance, he writes, because it allowed children to develop. It allowed them to learn, to have a safe space to play and explore and discover themselves. It's funny, today we're concerned about how our kids are coddled and sheltered, and that is a real problem. We're also missing the fact that the gap between adult and child is narrowing rapidly. What has caused this depression of childhood, this disappearance of childhood? Childhood as a social structure and psychological condition worked when literacy and critical thinking marked being an adult. But when things like long-form writing and reading are in decline, the gap between child and adult shrinks. And we are seeing what it does to a society today with our own eyes. It's no coincidence that nearly all the emergent social media platforms and mobile apps that have taken over our phones derive so much of their market value and user loyalty from how little they make you read, write, communicate, or frankly think. As parents, we have to protect this great invention, childhood. We have to increase the gap between childhood and adulthood. Let them be kids, but also make sure that you are being an adult. Be a leader, be responsible, be an example, a model they have to strive towards. Let them see you with a book they can't yet comprehend. Let them be around adult conversations they can't yet understand. Let them see you working and sweating and providing. Let them see an adult so they have something not just to look up to, but to look forward to as well. Hey, you're listening to the Daily Dad Podcast, one meditation a day inspired to help you do your most important job, which is be a great father. These are meditations inspired by ancient wisdom, psychological research, and just great strategies from normal dads just like you. Thanks for listening.